Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the episode 12 of the Random Roast Podcast. Guys, happy Halloween, you filthy animals. I'm one of your hosts, Philkenstein. That's right, Phil Kenstein, like Frankenstein. I hope you got that. That was really creative. But on the other side, we have...
Dan Krula. That's hard to say. I was trying to
Dude,
be
that was
Dracula.
so rough. Dracula.
Yeah, you did a lot better than me.
Well, I said Dran.
Dan Krula. That just sounds like another language entirely.
No, you gotta put like the R Dracula.
I'm not good at it. No.
Dracula.
I refuse.
Well, guys, today is a Halloween episode. This is dropping on Halloween days, so like this is Halloween. This is Halloween. I don't know why. I kind of went to that. But anyway, guys, really excited to hang out with you guys today. We've made it to episode 12. Let's take care of some bookkeeping here. We're on Spotify now, officially. You guys can listen to the Random Roast podcast on Spotify. So, like, Dan, I think that's like pretty much every major social media thing, right?
Yeah, we're on all the apps already, and now we're on the last remaining one for those who like to stream versus download. There you go. Spotify, Random Roast. That's all you got to search. Just put those two words together. You should know how to spell those two words. If you don't,
Get it.
I highly encourage you to repeat the third grade. And that way, you could share it because we need more community out there. So
Boom.
our community is kind of status quo, stagnant. But we are getting some more unique listeners. We've added some more states. And we added a new country of the United Kingdom, which is not a real country, but it says United Kingdom on the stats. I don't know if that's England or Ireland or, Northern Ireland or Scotland or Wales. I don't know. But somewhere near the English Channel, there is a downloader who listened to us.
Well, let's do a roll call. So if you're listening on one of the platforms, if there's a way, I think on iTunes you can give us 5 stars. I'm not sure what you can do on Spotify or whatnot, but like with the roll call on YouTube, you guys can just leave like the video, leave a comment, and that comment just tell us where you're from, where you're listening from. That would be awesome, and then we'll try to look and see. But last but not least, guys, make sure to add us on social media. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Am I forgetting one?
No, but we have different names for each thing. So on Instagram, it's Randomroastsinfo. And what is it on Twitter? You handle that?
I think it's Randomroastsinfo as well.
Okay, well, there you go. I handle the Instagram and Philkenstein. Well, that sounded weird.
It almost sounded like a Philistine.
Yeah, it sounded kind of...
you forgot the K, Philkenstein.
Philkenstein. That changes it a lot. So he handles the Twitter.
So anyway, guys, Halloween. I can't believe it's Halloween already. But before we completely transition into what we're going on today, I'm going to reference a podcast from before. You guys, Phil is not on keto anymore. Okay, I am not on keto until I get back from my trips and through the holidays. But I'm watching what I'm eating and going to the gym and exercising. So I'm trying to maintain during this time. But guys, Sunday. Do you know what Sunday is? November 2nd or November 3rd? Sunday, November 3rd.
I think the 3rd.
You guys, the Popeyes chicken sandwich is back, baby. And not only is it back, they said that you can get it every day.
So my question to you is, which weapons are you going to carry when you order it?
I am going to carry a battle axe.
Man, that's too big. You need to carry something.
No. The battle axe lets people know that you mean business. So you walk up and you're like, oh man, that guy's got a battle axe. I better not act a fool. So it's almost like you don't have to brandish your weapon by wearing it. You don't have to like actually hold it. Like, I don't want to mess with that guy. He's got a big axe.
I think I want brass knuckles with spikes on them.
Oh, okay. Look at you, like Street Fighter style.
And I have my hands up like a fighter the entire time after I place my order. And I'm like, all right, number 174. And I'm just like, I have my hands up, just staring at everybody. Like, I'm ready to fight right here, right now over a chicken sandwich.
Dude, so I think the timing's interesting that they're releasing it on a Sunday, right? Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays, so they're like gonna grab that market share for the Sunday segment, and then kind of just gain momentum from there. But I think they were so overwhelmed with the response to it all that they had to like probably redo their supply chain to figure out how to get it, because they're probably going to buy more of that item, and they were probably negotiating better deals and better distribution to get that mainstream everywhere. But like, what would suck is if they kind of get it back, but they kind of like missed out on it, and so like now it's over. Everyone's like, yeah, I don't care about Popeyes anymore.
Yeah, and especially that's true if it tastes different. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
it's not as good, then people are just gonna
Well,
just bail on
but
it.
from what I've understood though, it was more of like the sauce that was on it
Uh,
that kind of like gave it the zest, and so I think the chicken is straight up just the chicken, and the sauce is really what makes it
there
uh
are
come
no
together.
Popeyes near me. The closest Popeye in every direction except south, because that's the ocean,
Yeah,
is 10 miles away.
that's crazy. I'm like a mile away from Popeyes, but guys, this Sunday I will have Popeyes. Like I have it even on my phone to remind myself to eat at Popeyes, and so I'm going to give you my thoughts, my delicious thoughts on this next podcast. So that is something to look forward to. So now that we've got that all out of the way, guys, and we have to mention food in every single podcast because we're going to be feature in the future. We're going to be endorsed by like food companies and things like that. So we want to, we want to let everyone know that we want to make you hungry. We make our listeners hungry. Are you guys hungry? Dan, are you hungry?
I am incredibly hungry, but before we spin off Popeyes, I am on my own diet.
Oh, what are
Uh,
you doing?
for the last 48 hours, I have been vegetarian.
Hey guys, thank you for listening to Random Bros. We are Sunny. You're a vegetarian?
For the last 2 days, yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I want to try it out. I feel like I'm kind of in a rut. I've been trying to lose like the stubborn last 5 pounds. And I've just realized I'm going to try this out, see how I feel. And if it holds up, I'm going to maybe just eat meat like once a week.
God.
So right now,
What would Ron Swanson say to you?
Who's that?
Who is that? I think that's Nick Offerman's character in Parks and Recs.
Oh, that show is like The Office, but crappier.
I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
So it was like a pale copy. But yeah, I just wanted to try something new. I was thinking about trying keto, but that's like the exact opposite of vegetarian. So
Yeah.
I kind of do keto anyway. So I just do kind of like half-ass keto. So going vegetarian, not vegan, vegetarian is what I've been doing the last 2 days. So far, so good.
Yeah. So what do you do for protein?
I was trying to think of something, but everything involved eating an animal, so I couldn't think of a funny answer.
Do you just go like mow someone's lawn with your mouth?
So I do a protein shake full of protein powder.
From what?
I don't know, protein powder stuff. I don't know.
From what? Is it from like? Well, you could have milk with it as a vegetarian, right?
Yeah, and I put almond milk.
Okay.
I put yogurt. That's why I'm vegetarian, not vegan, because I do a lot of yogurt.
Wait, do almonds have nipples? Do you like milk and almond?
Oh, such a bad joke.
Dude, I'm just, I'm a little like in dad joke mode today.
A little, like constantly, always.
Like a lottle.
So, and then I do that, and then for lunch, I made pasta salad, but it's like this protein pasta that's made out of like plant-based proteins.
Okay, it's like that Beyond Meat stuff.
Kinda, but it has like 17 grams of protein per serving.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I made a vegetarian chili. So I did buy some Beyond Meat, like ground beef style.
Right.
And I put a bunch of beans and veggies in the chili. You really can't taste the difference.
Well, I was thinking if you add some healthy fats into your diet, that should keep you satiated longer so you're not hungry, like avocados, olive oil. I think, what are cashews?
Yeah, I can't do that stuff because it doesn't work for me. Like last night, I was still really hungry, so I made protein pancakes for dinner. I was like,
So
still
I mean,
vegetarian, so
so you're just eating a vegetarian food, but you're just kind of eating until you're just full and not hungry.
yeah. So right now I am starving, but I have my chili. So
Okay.
the chili should do the job, and if not, I might make pancakes for dinner again. And
Ah.
these are protein
Well,
pancakes, so it's like
hectic.
25 grams per serving.
Interesting. So, are we still on the food topic?
Nah, let's switch to the candy corn of
Okay, no,
Halloween.
not candy corn. You shut your mouth. Hold on. So, this segment that I want to go over, I've gathered 10 of the best Halloween candies that America says are legit and 10 of the worst. And so I'm going to run this list by you. You let me know if it belongs in the top 10,
All
okay?
right.
And if we're missing something, let me know. Actually, I mean, I'm looking at this list and I'm like, there are like two things that I would have added here. But anyway, number 1, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Absolutely.
Okay. Number 2, Snickers.
That should be number one.
Okay. Number 3 is Twix.
Good.
I love Twix. Number 4 is a Kit Kat.
Do you know the inside of a Kit Kat is Kit Kat? Like it's just grounded up Kit Kats?
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a cannibal
Yeah.
cannibal
I like the inside
uh,
of a Kit Kat better than the outside. Like, shut your mouth. You don't know any better then. So,
everything. So it's just like wafers and
yeah.
chocolate. Okay.
So, but yeah, Kit Kats are
Interesting.
good.
All right. Number 5, M&Ms. It doesn't specify like plain or peanut,
Oh,
just so it's all
I like
together.
peanut M&Ms, but I don't like
I
regular
do.
M&Ms.
Do you like the peanut butter ones?
Yeah, any of them except the regular ones.
Okay. They even have like dark chocolate with almonds in them or something like that. M&Ms.
And that's a bit aggressive for me, but I probably like that okay enough.
Okay. All right. So number 6 is Nerds.
No, I hate nerds.
They're okay. Number 7, Butterfinger.
That's like my number two. I love
Okay. I
Butterfingers.
love Butterfingers. Remember those Bart Simpson commercials back in the day?
Absolutely, dude. But the one
Dude,
thing about Butterfingers is like you got to brush your teeth like right after.
yeah, because it just gets caked up everywhere.
It's like dentists made that so you can get cavities.
I bet you're right. Let's see here. Okay, so number 8, Sour Patch Kids. God, that's like my number 3.
See, I don't like that kind of sugary stuff, so that's not for me.
Okay, number 9 is Skittles.
Nah,
Skittles has to be in there.
I don't like that kind. I don't like fruity stuff, so I have to pass on that. Like two of them, and I'm good.
God, and then number 10 is a Hershey's bar. See, I would put the Hershey's cookies and cream bar like above the regular Hershey's bar. I freaking love the cookies and cream one.
So I have a theory that only girls really like dark chocolate.
No, I like dark chocolate. It's healthier for you.
I don't care if I'm eating chocolate, how healthy it is.
No,
I
I mean
gave
some
up
people
on
like.
that.
Okay, some people. If you actually eat a piece of dark chocolate, it's good for you. There's a lot of antioxidants in it, and it actually tastes pretty decent. It's not like full of sugar that's going to destroy your body.
Nah, whatever. I'm giving up. I'm eating a lot of calories and stuff when I'm eating chocolate, so I don't care.
Hey, you know
Uh,
what? Your opinion sucks. You're a vegetarian right now.
I am, and
Your taste buds are off.
I mean, the only time I like Hershey's is in a s'more.
Okay. Yeah, the peanut butter cups are better though instead of Hershey's in the
Peanut.
s'more. Have you tried that?
I've
Using a
never
peanut
had
butter
that.
cup.
Never had
Dude,
that.
it'll change your life.
Dude, you know, a lot of the ones I said yes to, like in the top five,
Uh-huh.
I have to premise that they have to be cold. Like
Okay, yeah, I'll make it. Yeah.
yeah, I like them in the fridge. So I put my candy in the fridge. I don't know if that's a weird thing or not.
No, I freeze them sometimes.
Okay, that I can't do because I got sensitive teeth, but if I could, I probably would. But they got like,
Yeah.
if I undo the wrapper and it's like
Mhm.
chocolate on the wrapper, I'm not eating it.
Interesting.
Like,
So for me, I would take Kit Kat out and I would put 100 grand in,
I do
and
like
then
100 grand.
I would take Nerds out, and then I would put Baby Ruths.
Oh, those are good too.
Yeah, see, I would go more chocolate on that end, but like everything else is pretty solid. So there's that list. Those are my honorable mentions. What would you put in that within this list?
It's a pretty good list. I have my preferences with not liking sour stuff and fruity stuff too much, so I can't really hate on that list too much. I would
Okay.
say American candy bars don't do well in the other parts of the world except Snickers.
Huh. Snickers is just kind of like the staple.
Yeah, that's a staple. So if you go to like a grocery store in Austria, that's
Yeah.
really the only candy bar you'll recognize there.
You know what's one candy bar I just no, no actually two candy bars that I just don't care about is Milky Ways and then the Three Musketeers. I
Oh,
just
for
don't care for
sure.
them.
Do better. Too empty.
Yeah, I just don't
It's
do it for
missing.
me.
It's missing. It's like incomplete. There needs to be something else in it. It's too basic.
So like there's like for me there's like levels of chocolate. So like these are all your like pretty good chocolates that you can kind of get everywhere. I think my favorite one of my favorite chocolates are those Toblerone chocolates. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like they're like long and then they're
Yeah,
in
they're from
triangle
like
shape.
Switzerland. Yeah.
Oh, dude, there and they've got like or a toffee or some kind of whatever. Dude, they are so good and they're expensive, but
Yeah.
they are so good.
Yeah, I had some in Switzerland. So
Oh
I had
man.
legit Toblerone pieces of candy. One, I
So
forgot. I just remembered one I really want in my top five. That's Payday.
oh, but that see, Payday reminds me of a Baby Ruth. They're kind of the same.
Yeah, but I really like peanuts, so that has to be in my top five.
Okay, okay. We should like do a Payday versus a Baby Ruth kind of segment. That'd be interesting. All right, so let's talk about 10 worst Halloween candies. And looking at some of these, I have never tasted some of these. So number one on the list is candy corn, which
I
I
like
disagree.
candy corn.
I love candy corn. Yeah, I'm just about to say, like people hate on candy corn, and I don't get it. They suck.
I mean, I can't eat like a bunch of it. I'll get grossed out, but like a handful, I'm good. And
Yeah,
I think hating on candy corn is just the thing to do.
yeah. That's just a scapegoat candy that you have to like default. Um, have you ever had circus peanuts?
Are those just like really big? Oh, I know what those are. Those are gross.
Those are like the chewy ones, right? Like
Yeah, they
chewy.
taste like diseases.
Okay, so that deserves to be number two on the list, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, three is peanut butter kisses.
Is that like a Hershey Kiss but peanut butter?
I think I've never had one.
I've never had. That sounds better than a regular Hershey Kiss.
Well, I like the almond ones, right? That they do, like where the peanut ones. I never heard of that one. That's interesting. So number four on the list is wax cola bottles.
No thanks.
I actually don't mind them. I don't like them all the time, but like, sometimes you go to those candy stores, you just dump a bunch of candy in the bag and you like buy it by the pound or something like that, or by they weigh it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll just throw in things that I normally wouldn't do and just try them out. And so like sometimes I get these sharks, and then I'll do like some wax cola bottles and some cherry cola bottles. They're not bad. They're just not like I wouldn't buy a whole bag of them, you know. But then I'm the guy who I like Swedish fish, so it kind of reminds me of that.
No thanks. I don't eat anything that's called wax.
What about beeswax, Danny?
Nah, none of your business.
All right, have you heard of Necco wafers?
I have not.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that apparently is number five. Number six is Tootsie Rolls. Now, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I mean, Tootsie Rolls is probably the most vanilla candy out there. You know what I mean?
Tootsie Rolls are for poor people. That's what that really means because it's definitely like the cheapest candy.
I actually like Tootsie. I don't even know what it tastes like, but I like it. Like, I know I tasted it, but I can't tell you what it tastes like.
That's one that I just need one. Like if you eat
Yeah.
like five Tootsie Rolls in a row, you got like a deficiency in your body.
I used to like it when I was a kid, but like now if I stumble upon a Tootsie Roll, it's inside a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop.
See, okay, the Tootsie Pop only chocolate. That's the only one I like.
I think I like the green one.
Ah, that one's like the disgusting one because I
Yeah.
preferred every time I saw like a lollipop, I was hoping it was a blow pop, and then every time it was a Tootsie Roll pop, I'd be mad. So I prefer gum over candy. I'm weird.
You are weird. Number 7 is Smarties.
Nah, get that out of my face.
So that deserves to be on the list?
Definitely.
Okay. Number 8 is licorice.
Red or black?
It doesn't specify.
See, these are like, I could do like a little red. Black licorice is absolutely disgusting.
When I think of red licorice, like I think of biting off like both of the ends and then using it as a straw for like a Dr. Pepper.
You actually did that?
Oh yeah, dude. I did that when I was a kid for sure.
I've never done that in my life.
Oh man, like you go to the movies, you get licorice and milk duds. And
See,
with a
milk duds belong in the top 10 worst.
No.
Dude, I cannot eat a milk dud.
I love milk duds.
Like you eat a milk dud and then you spend 10 more minutes trying to get it out of your teeth.
That's like the same crap as like Butterfinger, except it's
yeah,
less aggressive.
Butterfinger's worth it at least. Milk duds, like it's all in your teeth.
Oh, I love milk duds, man.
Nah.
You know what I think? You know what I think belongs on this list is those Whoppers.
Yeah, Whoppers are gross. They're like just there. What else are those?
Well, Good and Plenty's next
Pez,
on the list.
dude. Like those Pez-like candies. Disgusting.
Those are like Smarties. Those are like Smarties.
Yeah, dude. Like everyone would never finish those. Like those last like 6 years before someone consumes those.
So number 10 on the list is Bit-O-Honey.
I reckon that's an old school candy.
Is that like the one with like the red and yellow wrapper or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, but that's like an old school candy from like the 50s.
You know, I didn't mind it if I can remember. It's kind of like a taffy.
But I don't like taffy much, so anything with taffy and that stretchy stuff, I ain't
Laffy
eating
Taffy? It. Laffy Taffy's not on the list, bro.
Yeah, that stuff's nasty. Ain't all about that.
I will say that I was a big fan of the Nerds ropes.
And I don't like Nerds, dude. Like it's like I get 3 of them and I'm done. Like I would never finish a small box as a kid.
Well, you got 3 of those little microscopic nerds and you were done?
Yeah, I was just like, I want to trade these.
I remember when they used to like sell the well, they probably do, but I remember when I used to buy the nerds and they had like 2 different nerds in the box and they had a little divider.
Yeah, it's still like that. I always traded those away.
Huh. Okay, so are there any honorable mentions that need to be on here other than Milk Duds, which don't belong there, and then the Whoppers?
I can't think of any, man, but I'm not a big candy eater. So I don't know, and I haven't trick-or-treated in quite some time to recall.
Okay, so I'm going to ruin your life right now. What if you were in the situation, like you were in Zombieland, right? And the only Butterfingers available for you are the new dark chocolate ones, and you can't get the old ones.
I'd try it, but I'd probably never eat it again.
Even though you like long for the taste of the Butterfinger, you would just purposely not eat it because it doesn't.
I would scrape off the chocolate then.
Oh yeah, and just get that part that's stuck in your teeth. That's all you're just gonna be about.
Yeah, because you could like if you like bite it properly, you could like bite off the chocolate. I used to do that every once in a while.
Really?
Yeah, if you just nibble and then the top layer like crusts off.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. That's weird.
Yeah, it's just like a different way to eat a Reese's cup.
Wait, how do you eat a Reese's cup?
All right, so I don't just bite it.
No way. Just like bite it in half?
Nah. So I nibble around the edges, and then I eat it.
What are you, a freaking rabbit?
I like to have like the last bite be just like the softest bite ever.
This has to happen, Dan. On Halloween Day, okay, which is today, you need to get a Reese's peanut butter cup. You need to film yourself eating that and put that on our Instagram or put that on Twitter.
All right,
you have to do that and eat that, okay? But don't show your face; just show your mouth.
Okay, no one's gonna want to see that.
Just the technique. I just gotta see the technique. Who the hell eats it like that? That's weird.
Yeah, I just kind of.
That's weirder than me planning out my bites.
I just nibble around the edges. I get a little bit of the peanut butter in each bite, and then I have like a big middle piece left, and that's the best part.
No, that's weird.
I am a nibbler, dude. Like a coffee cup, you know. So you have like a Starbucks.
Do you eat the cups?
No, but I always like a Starbucks cup, for example. I always nibble the lid edge. Like I circle it and bite into it.
Really?
Yeah, every cup. I do this at work with every cup I do. I go through so many cups because I keep wanting to do it, and
You like a can opener?
yeah, I just bite around the edge. It's a really weird. That's part of my gum obsession. I like chewing on stuff.
That is weird, Dan. That is weird.
I should have mentioned that in the last episode, huh?
I know, dude. That is really freaking weird. I don't even know how to handle that right now.
That's what I do.
Now I'm trying to think of like. I just kind of want to get you food just to watch you eat and see what you do.
I'm a fast eater, so nobody notices.
How would you eat a crab?
I don't like
Would
crab,
you?
so I wouldn't eat it.
Okay, fine. I'm trying to think. And you don't like fruity stuff, right? So it's got to be like chocolatey.
The candy wise, yeah.
Do you eat a brownie like that?
So brownies have to be crispy, but no, I just like chew on them.
So does it have to be like circular for you to do that?
No, I just bite into a brownie.
No. I meant like for you to do the little nibbling thing. Does it have to be like circular, kind of like a?
Nah, it's because like the edges, there's too much chocolate in the edges, so I like to just get that out of the way. Like that's why I don't like Hershey Kisses because it's like too much concentrated chocolate for me.
Because you can't nibble around it.
It's just like it's too much in one bite. I like chocolate, but
literally one bite.
Yeah, it's too much chocolate for me. I need chocolate mixed with other stuff. So I don't like chocolate straight up like that. That's why I don't like Hershey bars.
What?
I don't like chocolate on its own.
That's weird, dude. That's weird. I'm like having a meltdown right now.
I mean, I am definitely more peanut butter than chocolate person. I can eat peanut butter straight up, but I cannot eat chocolate straight up.
Interesting. Dan, we're going to have to put your nibbling to the test. You need to put that up. That will be freaking hilarious.
If you're a nibbler and you know what, clap your hands.
Why would you clap your hands? You nibble more, right?
I'm a nibbler and I know it, and I really want to show it. On Instagram.
Dan? Yeah, on Instagram. All right, so continuing the Halloween theme here, man, have you seen like terrible Halloween costumes? Just like weird stuff.
I saw something today. You know, it was the most random like reach and like gimmick. I'm blanking on the right term. But this black dude was dressed in like all yellow and wearing a skirt and a hat, like the girl on this cover of the Salt, like iodized salt. Like there's a girl on the Salt with like an umbrella and she's like miserable and there's rain hitting on her. I never realized how weird that is to put on something for Salt. But like he's dressed like a little girl with a yellow wig on. And I'm just like, bro, that's a stretch because that icon was probably popular in the 1920s.
Huh.
So that's the only thing I can think of.
One of the worst things I've come across was a Jewish Wolverine. So, like, imagine a Wolverine outfit. Okay, so the traditional like yellow and blue, right? So he looks like Wolverine. So on his chest is the Star of David, right?
Oh boy.
And then like instead of like the claws are fully coming out, but like on top of the claws, there's a menorah.
Was he wearing a yarmulke?
No yarmulke. Just like because you have to have like the weird Wolverine hair. You can't wear a yarmulke and have Wolverine hair.
Well, you can't use a menorah either.
So that was pretty bad. And then there was a bacon Hitler.
Yeah, anything with Hitler, no bueno.
So basically, like they just put like I think it's a bald guy, and the bald guy put like bacon strips on his head to kind of just have like that slick Hitler hair, and then put like a piece of bacon right underneath the nose. That was pretty bad. There was this like one family that had like it was like they were all dressed nude, but like it was like a fuzzy peach costume, but like for the girls and the guys, like there's like fake genitalia like on the outside, and then for the women there's like a bush, and then like you could see like the boobs and the nipples, but they're all fake. And so that's weird. It's like in the picture
you saw this, or you saw this on the internet?
It's not on the internet.
That has to be like in somewhere in Europe. There ain't no way it's happening here.
Like, and then like in the picture, the girl's holding like the dad's junk.
Oh, I hope they're like boyfriend girlfriend, not like.
No. It looks like a 6-year-old girl holding dad's breast.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some pretty bad costumes in my day. It kind of reminds me, not that it's a bad costume, it reminds me of the days when we used to go trick or treating back in the Dizzle. You remember that one time in Rancho where you were Napkin Man?
Yeah, it's my most creative outfit ever, I'd say.
Okay, so let's talk about Napkin Man. I want to know the thought process behind it. I mean, obviously there wasn't that much thought behind it, but like, you know, what inspired Napkin Man? Because Napkin Man's kind of legendary in my book.
I don't really remember how I came to that premise, but I just
Okay,
remember
you
like,
came back from Australia.
yeah, I came back from Australia, and I always think about when people eat candy, like their hands are always dirty.
Right.
So I got like a tool belt, and I kind of dressed like a cowboy mixed with Zorro, kinda.
I thought Crocodile Dundee,
Yeah,
but yeah,
kind of dressed like
okay.
that, and I put my Australian Crocodile Dundee hat on, and I put a napkin on my face. I put little holes in it
God,
for my
I'm so
eyes and my mouth.
dude, it looked. I wish we have a picture from back then, dude. It was. I just like I'm thinking about it. It's just so freaking funny.
And then
And
I
I think what.
I had
Go
a
ahead.
tool belt filled with napkins in it. So I go trick or treat, and they'd be like, "What are you?" And I was
Yeah, you were just handing napkins, and you didn't want any candy. You just wanted to give napkins
like,
away.
"Yeah,
I don't. Like, I don't know what to do with this.
I'm napkin man. It looks like your hands are filthy," and I just hand napkins to people.
But like, I think I was 18 years old when we did that, and you were like 21.
20 probably.
2020, yeah. God.
I think that's the cap you could get away with. It's 20.
20? You think okay, so you think there's a cutoff age for trick or treating?
Definitely 20.
What makes it 20?
Because you can't drink yet. You can't go to a bar. You can't do nothing.
That's true. So the 21, there's better places to go,
Yeah, because
better
like
places to be.
I think for a dude in this country, the years of 19 and 20 are by far the most awkward years of existence. Because like you're 19, you're probably going to school or working or both, and you're probably broke. So you really
Yeah.
can't like do anything fun, and you can't really go anywhere yet. That's fun. That's kind of cheap. Like you can go to a bar and just drink 1 or 2 beers, and that's like $15 at most. But you can't even get in yet.
Yeah.
And so like you're like, where do I go? I can't do this. I'm not supposed to be doing this stuff I did as a high schooler because I'm not in high school anymore. So
I mean,
that's why I say
but I mean like with some of that stuff though, I mean, they're not really hurting anybody, all right? I mean, they're probably if they're trick or treating, they're not going off and doing something bad, getting themselves in trouble.
yeah,
It's constructive. It's a quality constructive event.
yeah. I think after 20, it's kind of sad. So
Would you still give candy to a person that was like looked like they were like 28 and you
nah,
get towards them trick or treat? You're like, go home.
now, like I need to give you some life advice, don't I?
Oh man,
Nah, that's sad. Like if he's by himself, because it's definitely a dude. Like girls don't go trick or treat by themselves. Like a
that's true.
grown woman trick or treating by herself, that ain't happening.
I kind of hope that it does though. It
There's
just
no way. There's no way like a 27-year-old girl by herself is like, I'm a ballerina this year, and she goes door to door. No way.
oh man, it's like trick or treat. You're really hot. You want to come in?
Yeah, I mean,
Just give me
okay.
candy.
It's gonna be kind of mean, but if you are the type of girl that trick or treats by herself, you're probably not that attractive.
Or you're psychotic and you'll just like kill people and eat their insides.
Yeah, something's not right for you to think that's okay.
I'm telling you, we need to bring back middle-aged trick or treating.
You can't get away with that, dude. Now, like the world's so paranoid. Grown men knocking on doors at the night.
All right, here we go, guys. Here is the solution for everything: rent children.
Go ahead and dig yourself this hole. Go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt.
All right, so check this out. There's this new service that we're about to create here on the podcast,
You
the
are about
Random
to
Roast
create,
podcast.
not me,
Okay,
just Philip.
so so it's a business opportunity. I'm an entrepreneur, so imagine this. Imagine you're a grown person and you want the trick or treating experience, but you feel weird. You're single, you don't have kids, but you want that, that Halloween night, that fun, that fun, you know. Here we go with this new product, Rent a Kid, right? And so you literally rent a kid. Now, here's the disclaimer: you have to pay for their costume, and the kid can choose whatever costume they want within a $50 budget. Okay, and then they go and they trick or treat with you, and they're smiling and they're pleasant. They go grab the candy, and but basically at the end of the night, they give you that candy bag. They don't get to keep the candy, right? So you get to rent the kid, and so it's kind of like Airbnb, except you rent a kid.
So let's see. You remember? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I hope you're not playing music that's gonna copyright strike stuff.
No. Let me turn it off. It's like half a second, and I talked over it. But that's the theme for Shark Tank. So
Shark Tank.
I like you to hi Sharks. My name's Phil, and I'm from Oklahoma City, and I'm looking for $25,000 for 25% of this company of Rent Your Kid. So
Oh man,
Halloween is once a year, and there's a lot of lonely dudes out there that would love to still be trick or treating.
I gotta have a prank. I got pictures of the slideshow and everything, and be really eccentric about it. And I'm looking for sharks to invest.
So I've done a lot of market research, and there are tens of thousands of lonely, depressed men across our country, and there are
and women
who are willing and able to make a few bucks to trick or treat. They're going to trick or treat anyways, and their parents don't want to go with them. So why not allow a complete stranger to go with them instead?
And to streamline this process, there is this app that is very family friendly and available on iOS and Android.
And our app is really good. We have 3.5 reviews, and it's 4.2 stars. And we've been on Kickstarter. We've raised $1,800, and people are really interested in this. It's weird. We're getting a lot of donations from people in prison for some reason, but
oh man. So, and Sharks, I know that Halloween comes once a year, but there are other major holidays too that can be incorporated in the future with the updates, like Easter. So sometimes you're just a grown person who wants to go Easter egg hunting, but
yeah, you can't just go to a park by yourself. People are going to think you're weird. So why not rent a kid?
You start kicking these 2-3-year-old toddlers. Get the F out of the way. You start grabbing the Easter egg. Dude, that would be such a funny skit. Just doing that grown person trampling over a bunch of kids trying to get the Easter egg.
Or let's say you really want to ride a merry-go-round, but you can't do it by yourself. You look like a weirdo, like a grown man, ticket for one by myself. You have to be with somebody. You have to be with a kid.
I'm legit crying right now. Dude, that is so funny. I just had this random idea of party crashing, but instead of party crashing, you party crash children's parties. And so you just run in there and just beat the crap out of the pinata and run.
You would get so much hate.
Dude, my burglar name would be Pinata Slayer.
Would you dress in a special outfit?
Yeah, I would dress in a way that I would just look like Kyle. And I would punch the pinata.
So you'd wear a big hat and a big sweater. How does a Kyle dress?
Kyle wears a flat lip cap. He's got a white t-shirt and Dickie shorts. And then he's probably got a Monster can in his hand, or if he's feeling a little sassy, a White Claw. And and you'll probably tell it's a Kyle because he leaves a trail of punching things like walls.
So that's an interesting side hustle business for your Shark Tank request.
Rent a kid. That's going to be the future, dude. Actually, you know what though? It's interesting. I wouldn't say that that's going to be a thing, but there are some things out there that are like really weird that kind of like ride the gray line of like, is that morally acceptable? Kind of like, you know how like people sell life insurance and then like companies selling your life insurance to like other companies, and so they like, buy out your life insurance, and so like there's like that whole like risk of how long are you going to live versus like how much I spend, and am I going to like capitalize your death benefit and stuff like that's just weird, but like I don't know. I feel like society's kind of getting to like this like slope where the stuff that's like morally gray, that gray area is starting to expand more. So who knows? You could be renting a child in 10 years.
It's possible and very unlikely, but there are things like renting a pet. Like I remember on Shark Tank, this lady wanted to open a cafe and
Yeah.
have like a bunch of cats inside. So like you have to pay like $10 to get in, and then you could like pet cats as you drink coffee, which I mean that's disgusting. One, but I mean, and two, that's definitely for girls. There's like no dude
Yeah.
who's like, I want to go to that cafe. It's going to be all weird cat ladies.
Hey,
So,
Dan, you should go to that cafe.
yeah, I would go to that cafe and sneeze on everybody.
You just die.
I would just die and sneeze in everyone's coffee and be like, this is a bad idea.
I heard there was a thing in like some, I think it was New York or something like that, where you can like rent a person for an hour to snuggle, like they snuggle you for an hour.
Oh, so sad. So sad.
But I mean, I don't know, like you could rent a kid. I think that could be possible.
I mean, that's definitely going to happen if it happens in Japan.
Everything starts in Japan, doesn't it?
Because they don't have the same like creep fest that we do here. Like violence doesn't really exist to the same severity there as here. So they would
Really?
just be, yeah, it's one of the safest countries in the world.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like when I went to Japan, I remember getting off the subway and I was walking to where I had to go. There are all these bicycles, nice ones too. No locks. Any of the bikes, no locks.
Wow.
And like people's shoes are outside their doors, and some of the shoes look nice. And this is a pretty busy street. This isn't like some random, so-called suburbia street. It was like thousands of bikes I walked by, and I saw no locks.
Maybe it's because they're like a big honor culture.
Yeah, it's kind of like, why would you do that? Like the fear of getting caught and some people seeing you as like a bike thief would like bring shame upon you and your family for at least 7 generations. Like
from the country that gave you samurais comes honor.
Well, and then like if they did a 23andMe results, they'd pull up on their DNA registry, be like 4 generations ago, your great grandfather was a thief.
He sucks. You suck.
That's why you are an outcast. Like imagine reading that on 23andMe results. Like, oh my goodness.
They're like, I don't want to do Ancestry.com anymore. I don't care.
I was just checking out my 23andMe results. It changed from the last time I checked. My DNA changed. Really? Yeah.
What did you become? Did you mutate? Like, you mutate?
I'm like a transformer. DNA in disguise. So I used to be like a couple percentages of Italian, and now it is 0.0. I am no longer any Italian.
I don't believe that you had Italian in you.
I am not Italian.
I don't want to be the baller.
I am a vegetarian, so...
Yeah, you definitely aren't Italian because they couldn't be vegetarians.
Oh, for sure. So, what's the cutoff age for you to trick-or-treat? I say 20.
Honestly, okay, there's a couple things to take into account. Like right now, you've got people that like live at home until they're 30. So they've got like this kid mentality too, like when I say kid and mentality, I say adolescence. I would say that people could probably get away with it up until 25, especially if you look kind of younger and you have a costume on. You can't really tell.
25, dude. That's like when people have married.
That's the end spectrum.
Nah, dude. 25. You need to go hang out with your friends or do something if you're that lonely. No way.
I think so, man. I think 25 could be.
No, that's like when people have kids and it's like there's
People
nothing.
have kids at 17.
Yeah, but it's taboo. Like when you have a kid like at 18 or 19, you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of early. But 25, people aren't like batting an eye at that.
Well, I mean, if they're 25 and they have a kid, then they can still go trick or treating. So
Bad
either
parent,
way,
but
it
okay.
comes full circle.
Nah, 25, no bueno. That's too old. You need to, if you're a parent, you probably have a kid too young to be out trick or treating. Or it's not really you trick or treating. You're either trick or treating with your kid. Like you are not the primary focus of the trick or treating.
All right. So Dan, you and I have a 4-year discrepancy? 5-year discrepancy. So guys, if you're listening to the podcast right now, aside from what did I ask them to do earlier? Aside from letting us know where you are, let us know what the cutoff age. What do you think the cutoff age is? Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to know because next year, Dan and I could go trick or treating if the numbers line up.
Dude, and I want someone to be like really offended, but I'm 32 and I went trick or treating. Like, hell, screw you guys. You guys are the worst. You made me feel bad about myself.
Nobody could tell when you put on a mask.
No one can tell how old I am when I say I'm a member from KISS.
Do you know how expensive candy is these days?
Oh my God, it's so much work.
Oh man, dude, that is freaking hilarious. But so I'm thinking here, my California trip's coming up in like 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. No, it's gotta be more than that. Maybe 6 weeks. No.
Okay, something like 6 to 8 weeks. Enough talking about calendar talk.
Calendar talk with Dan and Phil. So we're gonna be heading to California, and I'm hoping that the weather's gonna be good. Now, I think there are fires going on in California, aren't they? Like something like the Getty Fire or something like that.
Yeah. It's pretty. I'm down in Orange County, so I'm nowhere near the fires that are in the mainstream news, and it's pretty bad air quality down here. Like I can't really open my windows because I could smell it, and it's kind of like flaring up my allergies. And I know people, like LA traffic was worse than usual from the fires.
Yeah.
And the Getty Fire, like legit, the only thing I really like about LA County as a whole is the Getty Museum. Now the fire's not close to the Getty Museum, but it's like for it to burn, but it's definitely close.
Right.
Because the Getty Museums might be my favorite museum in this country. So
really?
Yeah, I really like that spot. It's really cute on this hill. It's a good date spot for those who are single that are not trick-or-treating, because you're not going on dates as a grown adult, as a man, trick-or-treating.
Unless you're a 32-year-old man taking another grown adult out
trick-or-treating. If you're trick-or-treating on a Thursday on Halloween, you are not going on a date on this Saturday. I promise you. I'm willing to wager all my money that's not happening, because you loser. So, but if you actually, improve your life and meet someone, a guy or girl, whatever you prefer, and I wouldn't say a good first date, but a good third date or so is going to Getty Museum, because it's really cute and pretty. But yeah, there's a lot of fires out here. A lot of people complaining, a lot of people losing their homes, but so what? You asked for it. Like, you built your house on a hill surrounded by trees. Like, you were thinking like, oh, this is so peaceful and there's a lot of privacy, but yeah, your privacy equals your house catching on fire. It's like those people that build their homes on the cliffs, like in Malibu, where there's like mudslides and their homes can like literally collapse into the Atlantic Ocean. Like, you signed up for this. Like, you live in Oklahoma, what's called as like Tornado Alley, right?
Right.
I mean, tornadoes are scary though, because there's like no warning. Yeah, you get like 2 minutes, a siren goes off, and you're just frantic panic.
Right.
Like, fires happen, you have time. It's not like fires do travel fast. They can travel like, I think, 80 miles an hour. But unless it's like starting 15 feet away from you, you have at least 10 minutes to prepare.
Right.
So it's kind of like a hurricane where it's like you can escape if you want to, and those who perish are either really elderly or they're like, I know how to save my house, and then they burn up and die. But it's kind of like, you know what you signed up for. Like, when I lived in Florida, we signed up for hurricanes. And there's a lot of so the kids out here, speaking of kids and such, they have the day off school from Fire Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the air quality is so bad that they can't. They're not supposed to be outside.
When I lived in California, we didn't have fire days.
We had I remember when I was in high school, we almost had a fire day. Because I remember I was wearing like a light sweater, a hoodie, and I remember like sitting outside for lunch, and I remember just looking at it by the time lunch ended. I was like, "There's a lot of like charcoal and
ash."
Ash. And I remember
it was 2003.
Yeah, I remember we were supposed to play PE outside, and they made us go in the gym. So it almost happened back then. The fires were pretty close to my high school. It was like 5 miles away.
Oh, wow.
So there weren't anybody in my high school affected, but the neighboring high school, there were definitely people affected. So but we were close to having that many years ago. But now it's like a regular thing. Like out in your area, you might have like flood days or something like that. I know in the colder areas you have snow days. In Florida, we had hurricane days. So, like if a hurricane hit, like you're definitely not going to go to school that day. So,
right.
So yeah, out here we get fire days. This is what you signed up for. I don't want to hear people complaining. I want to hear people, oh, the traffic's so bad. That's also what you signed up for living here.
All right. So this podcast gets dropped at 5 a.m. Central Time. So guys in California, if you're a 32-year-old and you have a girlfriend and you're going to go trick-or-treating and take her trick-or-treating and you want to go to the Getty, you have full access to Dan's bank account. You just have to validate the fact that you have a girlfriend and you're going trick-or-treating and you're by the Getty Museum.
Yeah.
So if you send us a picture and do that, you will have whatever is in Dan's bank account.
Yeah, I want a photo, timestamp, GPS coordinates. I need the details on your photo, trick or treating, and I need that girl taking a photo.
Dan will actually text Dan, message him, because if you message on Facebook, Dan will get that, and then he'll just give you his number, and then you'll FaceTime.
Yeah, 100%. And I need that girl. I need to talk to her. I need her to. I need to give her some questions, so I know you're not paying her.
Okay.
And I need
or renting her.
Yeah, if you're renting her, that's a tricky topic now. Because I'm about to say I need her to kiss you. But if you're renting her, that's probably not an issue. So okay.
If it's an app, you can get away with it. Okay.
Yeah, if it's an app for kids, it's okay. But for adults, no. So. And then the same girl, you take her to the Getty, and I need to see your parking ticket, and I need you to be somewhere on the Getty. If you were there, I can tell where you're at because I've been there. It's very distinguished grounds, like it's unique marble on the floor in the building. So you do that with the same girl, and you're dressed differently, so it's not the same day.
It's got to be today.
All in one day, that's going to be kind of hard to trick-or-treat and then go to the Getty in the same day.
Unless you trick-or-treat around the Getty.
There's nothing to trick-or-treat. Nah, it's like super high-end homes. You are not trick-or-treating. You're not knocking millionaire homes.
Trick-or-treat, then you just drop a gold bar in your bag.
Yeah, that's where the Hollywood Hills are at. Like the super rich people like Arnold Schwarzenegger and everyone you can think of on the movie Bradley Cooper. All those people live out there.
No, get off my property.
Arnold is a proponent of vegetarian diet. Did you know that?
Get out.
Yeah, he said back in the day he was getting all buff and on the steroids and stuff. He's like, it's actually pretty good for you to try being vegetarian once in a while.
Interesting.
So he said eating all that meat's taxing on your body. So I'm just dabbling in it, but I also am signed up for work to get a hybrid tomorrow.
What do you mean?
I'm getting a new car. And the car I'm signing up for is a hybrid.
Interesting.
So yeah, I am a vegetarian driving a hybrid.
You're such a Californian. Jeez.
California love. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, guys. So today was the Halloween special, and then we also threw in a little Popeyes and threw in a little about the fires going down here.
Whoa. Are you dressing up this year?
I am not. I'm passing out candy though.
But you're gonna like dress up as something? Or you're just gonna be like in a shirt and jeans?
I am going to be dressing up as a middle income person.
Okay, well, since you're not doing anything, maybe you can make a game plan and make some flyers for like rent your child for next year.
Or just send out flyers to people going, hey, would you consider renting your child for this new app that I'm developing?
Yeah. You can make a Kickstarter page pretty quickly and just, tape, we get the candy, and you wrap around the candy with that website name. And then you just, it's something you could do. You have a couple days to do it. So it's all about, the initiative you give to it.
I guarantee you no one will be at my house next year.
maybe that's why you want to do it.
Oh, that would be like the perfect way to just like get no one to ever come by. We just like this creepy guy's house.
That's the guy that wants to rent kids.
That's gotta be the best idea I've come up with in a long time. But anyway, guys, so this is episode 12. Make sure to hit us up on all the social media stuff. Say hi, leave a message, comment, get that traction going on the social media for us. Share the podcast. If you guys are on Reddit, share stuff on Reddit with us. We're trying to grow our Reddit presence. And if you're from Reddit and this is your first podcast, thank you guys for stopping by. And thank you guys for listening, all of you guys here. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we definitely want to grow this. We definitely want to have a lot more fun. We definitely want to talk about a lot more topics that you're interested in. So please make sure to contact us. And our email is randomroastsinfo@gmail.com. So you can also send us emails there with topic ideas and stuff. Or you can message us, private message us on our Random Roast social media stuff. We can get them, and Dan and I have some pretty good coverage with that. But we're 12 episodes deep, guys, and that's about 3 months, and we're having a lot of fun doing this, and we really enjoy the interactions with you guys. So please, whoa, Siri, shut up. But yeah, Dan, you got anything to say?
I would love for each and every one of you who are trick-or-treating to take a photo and send us a photo of what you're dressed up as.
Oh, yeah, and hopefully everyone's not 25 years old, because that's the cutoff.
I mean, if you have kids and you're trick-or-treating with your kid, that's fine. But if you're...
Actually, send us pictures of your kids in costumes. I try to grow that business.
Let's not just your kids be in the photo, too.
Dan, I'm going to jail.
Episode 12, Phil goes to jail.
Oh, man. I think I've gotten us a lot of trouble between all the stuff that I've said in this last 12 episodes.
Yeah, well, maybe, who knows? Maybe a year from now in 2020 Halloween, you'll see Dan and Phil on Shark Tank, and Mark Cuban's going to laugh at us.
Dude, I would probably do that just to pitch the idea and see if they would actually do it.
Yeah.
You know how, like, okay, just a side tangent before we go. You know how, like, on American Idol, where, like, people they get to the TV screen and they really think that they're going to be the next idol and they, like, suck. And so, like, prior to it, they've passed, like, 3 auditions, so they built up their confidence and stuff. But, like, people get passed because they know that they're terrible. Like, the judges know they're terrible and they want, like, bits for TV. So imagine if it was like that for the show. They're like, we got to get these guys on there. They're really interesting. And we pitched that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do that on Shark Tank. I was watching it the other night, and these people, they had like this comb that you can use on your pets, and you put the comb in your mouth. So it looks like you're like licking your dog or your cat, like, you know how other cats and dogs lick each other. And,
why would you do that?
And they were hardcore laughing at them, and they asked for way too much too. So,
oh man. Yeah,
so it's possible. It's out there. But yeah, if you're interested in joining on Phil's idea of renting kids, you can also message us as well. That way we can see if this business idea actually has legs. And send us photos of your children with you in the photo. I want to make sure that's very clear, so we don't get in trouble.
And a going price. How much would you rent your child for like 2 hours?
Okay. I don't know. I feel awkward now.
Yeah, that was the point. Anyway, guys, seriously, in all seriousness, no, thank you guys We do appreciate you guys, and we look forward to seeing you guys. Episode 13 up next, and there will be a Popeye's chicken update, so be looking for that. Both of us. Dan, you haven't had it yet, or have
I
you?
have not.
Okay, so both of us are going to have it by the next time we record and when we drop. So be looking for that. This is everything that you've ever wanted to know, and everything you ever love and hold dear.
It might be the first thing I eat of meat for a week. Popeye's chicken.
Oh, yeah. Break the vegetarianism with the best chicken sandwich, self-proclaimed
I
ever.
am very nervous how sick I'm going to get.
Well, anyway, guys, I love you guys, appreciate you guys, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Toodles, took your word.
Dang.